Welcome everyone to another episode of A Sister and Her Mister. Today we're actually doing a pantry tour. I'm going to walk you through all of the foods in my pantry that help make gluten and dairy-free easy for me.
And I'm here too, just so you know. If you thought this was only an Italian episode, I'm here.
This is a two-person job.
To give my feedback.
And let me tell you why. Because yesterday when I was preparing for this video, I realized that I have to refill some of these canisters. And then I was like, how about the video is actually a pantry restock instead of a pantry tour? So that's why Sirak's here. He's going to help me restock the pantry.
I love
with
it.
Some of these essential items.
I love
it. We'll
it.
go through each one by one, and I'll show you how I use them, what I use them in, and some of the recipes in the sisterhood. They use these ingredients, and I'll explain why in a minute. So is there anything you want to say before we jump in?
Not much, except that I do want to say Talene does an amazing job stocking this pantry. Look at this organization for a second. It's empty right now because we're missing a lot of this stuff. But up there, she's literally...
Wait, walk them through the baskets.
Labeled basket. So this one is labeled on the front with savory snacks. And then next to it is sweet snacks labeled. We have a dog snack one. Careful, you don't get the wrong one. And then we have a chips that's opened. And another one next to it for chips unopened. This is the level of craziness I'm dealing with.
Doctor said you got PCOS. Now go on, girl, just lose some weight. Till I took the symptoms into my own hands and reversed them naturally.
We are not sponsored by any of these companies that we're shouting out in this video. I just want you to know that, sister. So when I give you a brand, they're not paying us.
There's not a single paid product on. We guarantee it.
Yes. So the reason why I have two chip baskets, is because Masa Chips, they send us free chips, which is so nice of them. I guess, they're sponsoring our chip supply at least. And it's made with beef tallow. So I just love their ingredients that they use. We like chips in our food. When I make sandwiches, I put chips in the sandwich.
The kind of chips you get. Is it made with canola oil, or is it made with, is it made of just straight up corn, or is there also fiber in there, protein? There's so many different kinds of chips these days. But anyways, let's do the point of the video, which is stocking the pantry.
Okay, let's stock the pantry. So since it's a pantry, first we'll go through the pantry items that are common. So flour. This is my cup for cup baking flour. It's gluten and dairy free, of course. And the reason why it's called cup for cup is when you're baking, for every cup of regular flour, you can replace it with a cup of this gluten-free blend.
Oh.
And so
cup for cup, that's what that means.
Yeah, that's what that actually means. And so if you ever like a recipe and you want to try a gluten-free version of it, like a cake or something, you can use this flour.
What's it called?
This is the Bob's Red Mill Cup for Cup. It's literally called Cup for Cup.
Oh, Bob's Red Mill Cup for Cup. It was news to me. Must be news to you.
Okay, you want to put it back in the pantry. Actually, put it back in the pantry.
Are we going to refill it?
I actually don't have more, so you're going to have to actually just put that back.
Well, no more Bob.
I like to finish the flour before restocking that entire canister. And the reason why is because it expires. So I don't want to keep restocking it while the old one is at the bottom. I finish it and then I restock that one.
I just want to say, I'm already seeing what's going to happen. I'm going to be putting stuff back, and then I'm going to get chastised for not organizing it all pretty. So I'm setting myself up for that discussion.
Maybe true. Okay, next we have oats. These are gluten-free oats. I get the quick cooking one, and that just makes it a lot easier for me to make oatmeal in the morning, but preferably, if I remember, I'll make overnight oats at night. And it is so easy to make overnight oats. It is simple ingredients. Just, if you want to make the most basic overnight oats, I would say it would be oatmeal with almond milk and a banana, protein powder, almond butter, mishmash it together, put it in the fridge, and you'll have the best overnight oats the next day. But the recipes in the sisterhood, when it comes to overnight oats and chia seed pudding, I always make sure that they taste like dessert. So we have some amazing flavors like tiramisu or baklava or chocolate cherry. Like we just come up with the most exciting things to wake up to when you make overnight oats.
Nice.
This
So
we have to restock.
what brand is this one? Oh, you have that one. Okay.
Quick cooking Bob's Red Mill rolled oats.
You can see a lot of Bob right here. That's Bob.
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 Meet Bob. Okay. While you do that, unless the sound is like
It's gonna make a lot of noise.
gonna create
Let me
a problem
just.
here.
Let's just. By the way, if you're listening to this on the podcast, head on over to the YouTube because obviously we're doing a whole video version of this, so you can visually see all of this on YouTube.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's that.
Now, let's get into some other general staples. Of course, we have rice. I get the Calrose white rice. I know that brown rice has been shown to improve help with blood sugar more than white rice. But the truth is, I prefer white rice. And it is what it is. I don't want to eat brown rice. It tastes like a paper bag. Okay. So for me, it's white rice. And we're going to pair the white rice with protein, like a steak, with salad, with fiber, with healthy fats, and that's going to help with the blood sugar control. It doesn't have to be brown just because they say brown rice is healthier.
Yeah, and also like just to kind of point out, rice, you don't have to cut out rice completely. You can still have rice in moderation. It's just all about your carb tolerance.
Yes.
Okay. No, we don't need to refill this one.
No, we don't need to. But speaking of carb tolerance, so we teach you how to learn what your carb tolerance is in the sisterhood. And it's really important to know your carb tolerance because then you can freely eat foods without feeling like nervous about being fatigued afterwards or having a blood sugar roller coaster or something like that. So you want to start eating between 120 and 150 grams of carbs and slowly lower it based on your symptoms. If you feel good, that's your sweet spot. For me, it's around 100 grams of carbs.
Cool.
Okay, next we have brown sugar. So when I'm baking, I don't like to use artificial sweeteners. I don't like to use stevia, erythritol. Xylitol is a sweetener that I would use, but we have a dog now, so I don't use that anymore.
Very poisonous to dogs.
Yeah, so...
Also, we used to use xylitol a lot, and then new research has actually come out that maybe xylitol
it's not as good
has
for
mixed benefits. So sometimes new research comes out and you got to adjust what you do. So that's what we've done is kind of take out a xylitol from our thing. We've also removed it from tons of sisterhood recipes as well, just to kind of keep all that updated.
And so we have brown sugar because, what is a Christmas dessert without molasses and brown sugar? So I just put less sugar than the recipe calls for, and that's how I kind of manage my sugar intake if I'm baking something with sweets.
Yes.
So this is not a restock item, but you can put this back. And the same thing goes for white sugar. This is like the organic, unbleached white sugar. And I mean, does it make a difference that it's organic and unbleached? Maybe a little bit, but on your blood sugar, probably not. So sugar is sugar. No matter, what version you're having honey, you're having maple syrup, it's still going to have an effect on your blood sugar and insulin resistance. It's just about how you're cooking with it, how much you're putting in the, baked good that you're making and how often you're eating it. If it's once in a while, it's all good.
Yes.
You can put that back. Okay, next let's get into breadcrumbs because for some reason I like to use breadcrumbs a lot. And I'm going to tell you why, actually. I just realized the reason. Sirak hates fish. And the only way he's going to eat it is if I put a sauce over it with the breadcrumbs, bake it, it's crispy. The sauce seeps into the breadcrumbs. They become nice and golden brown. And that is going to distract him from the fishy flavor of a salmon.
I'm a toddler. I get distracted while I eat dinner.
I like to dream like a toddler when it comes to food. But anyways, that's why I always use breadcrumbs. He also doesn't like chicken because it has like a gamey flavor sometimes. So I make breaded chicken. I pound the chicken and then this is a recipe in the sisterhood, but I basically dip it in egg and mayo and then into the breadcrumbs. And I season the breadcrumbs with salt and any garlic seasoning, any seasoning that I think would be fit. And it makes such a delicious, easy chicken dinner.
Nice.
This needs a restock.
A restock. Here we go. Let's see what brand we got.
Here we go.
What's the brand? Oh, I love this. Is our favorite.
Jeff Nathan Creations gluten-free panko flakes.
We've been using this since we got married. I will say for 5 years, almost coming on to 6 now.
Yes. Jeff, why am I doing this? You do it.
Why am I?
Shout out to Jeff. You should sponsor this.
My name is Jeff.
Okay, so we use breadcrumbs a lot. Again, these breadcrumbs are the same as those breadcrumbs. However, I like to toast them with olive oil, with garlic powder, nutritional yeast, oregano, paprika, and, just cook and cook until it's this beautiful golden color. And then it makes such a delicious crunch on a kale salad or any salad that you have. I just add like a spoonful to it and it absorbs the dressing and it's so scrumptious. I highly recommend making your own kind of like, it's not a crouton because a crouton is like a big crunchy piece of dried bread, but it kind of gives like a crouton vibe. So if you're making like a Caesar salad, this is so good on top. Highly recommend.
Nice.
Yes. Okay. Next we have seeds. Let's get into some seeds. These are hemp seeds. I mix hemp seeds and chia seeds in my chia seed pudding. The reason why is because, of course, they have different nutrient profiles, but they're both fiber and they both do the same job. They create that gel consistency for a chia seed pudding. And speaking of which, let me take out the chia seeds. So again, chia seed pudding, overnight oats, these are staples in our house because it just makes the morning so much easier to have a grab and go breakfast, and it doesn't take that long to make it. And it can be the flavor of your favorite dessert, which is what we have in the sisterhood. There's like a key lime chia seed pudding, a black forest, which is like cherry and chocolate. There's like a lemon raspberry, strawberry. Like we have some delicious flavors. This is going to be a restock because I'm running out as I eat a lot of chia seed pudding. Let's see.
Chia.
Oh, wait. The hemp. Restock the hemp, not the chia.
Oh, okay. We're restock. Where did you get the chia from?
We have enough.
Where do we get it from?
Where?
For the sisters.
Oh, honestly, it's not a brand that I could remember. I just chose the organic one that I found in the grocery store. And
I think it's very common. I think at Whole Foods we always see it there. I forget the brand.
You can find
Truvina?
it at I don't
No.
No, that's
something else, yeah. I don't know why I don't know why I said that.
Okay. All right, so. Okay, put it back.
My house too.
How dare you make a mess. It's okay. There was no hemp seeds in it. Next seed that I love, pumpkin seeds. So pumpkin seeds naturally block DHT, which is incredible. You can sprinkle it on your salad. You can toast them, which is what I like to do. I've been meaning to do that to this jar. I want to like pour it out, toast it, and pour it back in. Pumpkin seeds are an excellent PCOS staple. I've read a lot about how it blocks DHT, the potent form of testosterone. So if you have facial hair, acne, hair loss, this is something that could help. Just add it to your daily routine. You know, among other things, of course, you could try our testosterone relief tea. You could try all of these different things to improve your testosterone. One of them would be adding pumpkin seeds. How are you doing over there? Look how good it looks.
What do you use the hemp seeds for again?
In the chia seed pudding.
Got it.
Okay. Next, we have Quinoa Puffs. This is a random ingredient that you have to buy on Amazon. It's gluten-free, and it's almost like, you know, the Rice Krispies, like the cereal, you make a Rice Krispie treat out of it. That's what this is, but made with quinoa. It's puffed quinoa. You can sprinkle it onto your salad. I actually like to make quinoa cups. So imagine like a Reese's peanut butter cup, except with like a little bit of a crunch in it. Isn't there like a candy bar that's like that? I can't think of the name.
Reese's, I think.
I don't know. I haven't had Reese's in a long time.
Yeah, Reese's peanut butter cups, yeah.
Okay, so basically the ingredients are, I don't know them off the top of my head, but how you make it is with cocoa, the Hu chocolate, which I'll get into in a second, and Quinoa Puffs. And then what else? Oh, almond butter. I like to use pistachio butter because who doesn't love pistachio chocolate flavor? Anyways, it's a recipe in the Sisterhood, and I have it before my workouts or after my workouts because it's a lot better than eating a protein bar, like a Kind bar. They have so many ingredients in them. They have like rice syrup in them. They have all of these different kinds of sweeteners that like I don't want to be consuming every time I work out. So I would rather just make something at home, make a bunch of it, put it in the freezer, and have a bite before my workout instead.
Those are really good too. I've had it so many times. And it's like times I just pull it from the freezer and eat it, and it's like really refreshing and gives that sweet like need as your.
Absolutely. I have to make some. I haven't made some in a little while. Okay, next we have the chocolate. Now, with PCOS, we get a lot of cravings, I understand. And, you know, the cravings really have to do with everything else you're doing throughout the day. You have to ask yourself, why is this craving hitting? Did I skip lunch? Did I not have protein for breakfast? Evaluate the past 24 hours to see what triggered this blood sugar issue, because that's what it is. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just want to make dessert and have some fun. So I use Hu chocolate chips. This is a restock item. Dark chocolate baking chips, 65% cacao.
Cacao.
3 simple ingredients. One second. What are they? Cacao, coconut sugar, and coconut butter. That's it. I don't want soy. I don't want the nonsense milk, this, that.
Or cane sugar, no sugar alcohols,
Literally,
no soy, no gluten, palm oil, none of that stuff. Yeah.
I love the ingredients.
When you get like those chocolate bars, like I'm sure you guys all know this, but when you look at the ingredients, you can see like how many stuff they add in there just to still keep it's just raw chocolate almost.
It says it on the front. It says no cane sugar, no refined sugar, no sugar alcohols, no erythritol, no soy, no gluten, no palm oil, no lecithins, no emulsifiers.
Amazing.
Thank you for making this, Hu. Whoever you are. Whoever you are.
Hu. I like it, Tanya. Good job. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That was a good one. Okay. Next. While you restock that. Next, we have corn.
Hold on. It's going to make a lot of noise. 1 second.
How about a taste test? That's good, huh?
Pretty good.
That's great. Doesn't need any of the ingredients.
It doesn't like knock my socks off, but it's chocolate. It's dark chocolate.
I mean, it's dark. It's 65% cocoa.
It's dark chocolate. This is what you want.
All right. Next, we have corn. Corn kernels, for those listening as a podcast and not watching on YouTube. It's really fun to make popcorn sometimes, although I haven't made it in a while. But I just pop it in a Le Creuset, like a deep Le Creuset with a little bit of oil. I put, a scoop of the corn and I close the lid and I let it do its thing. And then I add some of the truffle salt that I have and like mix that in there. Or I think I have like some other flavors of like seasonings that just tastes so delicious. It's a fun snack to have. And or a movie night. It's good to have some corn in the house. And of course, I would recommend finding something organic, non-GMO. But when I did my grocery shopping / Instacarting yesterday for this pantry restock, the only thing I could find was Orville. It says 100% natural, which
Orville Redenbacher. That's like the OG popcorn.
Yeah.
Orville.
Oh, non-GMO. Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah,
okay, so this is good.
Let's see the ingredients.
Corn. What could it be?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean?
But it's like a non-GMO, but like, yeah.
And the reason why I'm doing this instead of buying the microwavable one is because the microwavable packaging, touching the corn, heating it in there, it's plastic, not into it. We're in like a low BPA zone here in this kitchen. I'm doing my best.
Yeah. It's interesting. I never knew this. Kids' safety. While popcorn is a delicious snacking choice, it is never recommended for infants or toddlers, as the popped kernels can pose a choking threat to their safety. For goodness sakes, kids love popcorn. That's like that's their biggest demographic.
Infant and toddlers, very young.
Just saying.
I did choke on corn once when I was little. And my grandparents were visiting from
am
Turkey,
not
and we were
surprised.
home alone. And I was like, they were so scared. And I was
She literally
so scared.
choked on dinner last night. Well, she drank water while eating dinner and it went down the wrong throat, and then like it was
the
like
wrong throat,
like-
the wrong way, the wrong pipe.
whatever. And I was just like looking at her like, okay, what level are we gonna get to? Is this gonna be like I need to try the Heimlich maneuver, or
Is this a category 10, or is this not a big deal? Wow, the ASMR in this podcast, really something. Oh no. Is
gone
this
everywhere.
toxic to dogs? No.
she'll just poop it out. But yeah, they're not supposed to really eat corn.
Okay, so, no, don't.
That's right. Yeah. That's
Here
right.
we are.
Who's the toddler now?
Okay, put this back. Put the corn back.
All right. Jeez.
Okay. Next, we have almond flour, which I wrote the expiration date on the back, August 2025. So I better hurry up and use it.
Wow.
Almond flour makes your pastries so delicious and moist. I know that's a weird word, but you can bake with it. You can make like an almond flour cake, and it has protein and healthy fats in it, which is wonderful to make like a healthy version of a dessert. Instead of using the other flour, the cup for cup one I mentioned, which has rice and potato, which like it just depends what you're baking. I wouldn't use this in the place of regular flour. You have to mix it with something for it to actually have that consistency that you're looking for. So I would suggest following a recipe when you're using almond flour and coconut flour. We have a delicious banana bread recipe in the sisterhood. Sina called it the Gen Z banana bread on Instagram the other day.
Yep.
And I use coconut flour in that one.
And like with the flours too, they all have different consistencies. So you have to like trial and error. Like when you're first making gluten-free, like when you're baking with gluten-free stuff, like you have to try different flours because they all have different results. So if you, let's say you try almond flour and something you made didn't come out good, next time try the Bob's Mill flour.
Bob's Red Mill.
Bob's Red Mill, because
Yeah.
that's a bit of a different, it could be buckwheat. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but
Yeah,
different consistencies can result in different results.
Follow a recipe. Don't wing it. Okay, Siraj, put these back.
Did you
This
discuss
is
pumpkin
empty.
seeds? You discussed pumpkin seeds?
I did. You missed it.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. I must have time traveled during that
You
moment
were just
in
too
life.
busy organizing the pantry.
Okay.
Okay, next is Cacao Nibs. This is a restock item. I love Cacao Nibs
How is that different from the other cacao?
because that has sugar in it. That's like chocolate.
Mm.
Wait, the powdered cacao?
No, the chips.
Chocolate chips?
Oh, in my hand.
They had sugar in it. Those are chocolate chips.
Oh.
Whereas Cacao Nibs are little chunks of cocoa. And when you put it in banana bread, for example, which my recipe doesn't have sugar added, the sweetness from the banana marries the cacao nibs. And it feels like you're eating chocolate chips because that natural sweetness combines with the chocolatey flavor. And so that's why I like cacao nibs, especially in like chia seed pudding or overnight oats. It feels like you're eating chocolate, like a dessert.
Yeah, I like it in
Yeah.
smoothies too.
Yeah, I like the texture, a little bit of a crunch.
right.
Delicious.
Everybody ready? Y'all ready for this?
Are you done? I'm getting stressed. Okay, you're like making a mess. Next, we have granola. So this granola is actually from...
You know, there's no label on this.
It doesn't need a label. None of the ingredients that I just mentioned to you have a label, except the back might have the expiration date if it's like flour or something, because you can look at it and see what it is. You don't need a label to tell you that that's cocoa nibs.
I'm filing a complaint
Why?
to HR that the foods are not labeled correctly. Therefore,
They're not labeled at all. Why are you even showing the expiration date? It's ugly.
Expiration?
It should be
Where'd you learn English? Expiration.
Twist it around. Okay, sisters, we're getting caught up in the nitty gritty here. Okay, this is purely Elizabeth granola. Now, Sirak got this from Costco.
For all my Costco ladies, this is the best thing to get from Costco. Like when you go, you're gonna be like, oh, there's so many choices. Make sure you get the purely Elizabeth. It's gluten-free. Obviously, it has, honestly, it doesn't even have sugar in it.
No, it has coconut sugar in it, but the other ingredients in it are so good.
They're all organic.
Organic quinoa flakes, organic puffed amaranth, which is like puffed, what did I say? Puffed quinoa. It's the same thing, like amaranth. Organic chia seeds, organic coconut oil, organic sunflower seeds, organic certified gluten-free oats, organic coconut sugar, cinnamon salt. That is a wonderful ingredient label for granola.
That's amazing.
So the other day, I really liked these, and I wanted to have a parfait for breakfast. So I was like, whatever, I'm gonna have coconut yogurt.
It's NSF certified.
Stop. That's so cool.
Amazing. Sorry, go ahead.
I mixed coconut. Remember? I don't know if you guys saw on Instagram stories. I did coconut yogurt, this granola, some almond butter, and like half a banana. It was like so delicious. Eating it for breakfast. And I was like so happy in the Instagram stories. Cut to lunch. At this point, I'm starving. I haven't had enough protein for breakfast. I can't focus. I don't know what I'm doing. And it's because these tasted so good. I just wanted to eat them. And I bypassed adding protein to the yogurt because I was like, whatever. I'm hungry. Look how good this is. And don't do that. That's the moral of the story.
With all due respect, I feel this deserves a bigger canister. But, you know, I'm just the guy who's wrong.
Okay. You're smushing it.
Yeah. Smush it.
Okay. Next. This is cocoa powder. We have a lot of cacao going on. We have the nibs, we have the powder, and we have the chocolate chips. Well, guess what? We like chocolate in this house, and we know how to manipulate baking and delicious, foods into making them taste like chocolate without adding all of the sugar and ingredients, right? So this is, here we go, Nativa's organic cocoa powder. Cacao.
My goodness. Makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
For cacao.
Cacao.
There's wars started over the cacao.
Cacao. That concludes the pantry restock / pantry tour, sisters.
Hold on, we're missing a couple stuff.
What?
Where is the protein powder?
Oh, sorry. Let me get it.
Do you see this? See, I got your back. This girl over here, she doesn't even know that the protein powder is the #1 most requested questione. I'm here to help y'all.
It is. This is in the smoothie station. And the brand that I use, so let's...
Wait. This is a different color.
It's okay.
It's a different color than what was already in here.
Brands.
Why is that one darker?
I don't know, Sidak.
Is it more pure?
I don't know. Should we ask ChatGPT?
Maybe not right now.
I'm curious.
I mean, for sure.
How come some brands of cacao powder are lighter than others?
My guess is that the darker ones are pure and this has some stuff in it.
Natural versus Dutch processed. Natural cacao powder is lighter in color or medium brown. It's made by grinding raw cacao beans. Dutch processed cacao is treated with an alkaline solution to neutralize acidity, making the color darker.
And what's better?
And a milder and smoother flavor.
What's better? What's like healthier?
Well, the light cacao one is natural and raw, whereas the darker ones are often Dutch processed.
Yeah, to remove the acidity.
Yeah.
But with that being said, what's technically better? Maybe you want some acidity.
Which one is healthier? Thank God for ChatGPT, you guys.
I mean, sometimes it gives wrong.
The natural health benefits of the light-colored cacao powder usually wins because it's less processed, higher in magnesium, is more bitter and complex in flavor, and still retains some caffeine and theobromine to boost energy. Well, now we learned something, didn't we, sisters?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so then last but not least is the protein powder. I'm pulling it up on Amazon right now.
NorCal.
Oh, Don't you just know everything?
NorCal, NORCAL, available on Amazon. By the way, we have a whole
Pea protein.
Amazon storefront
true.
link that we have in the description. For majority of all of these are on Amazon, so you can go over there to see them and order them if you want to. But yeah, this is NorCal. The reason why Italian likes this the most is because it has no
Nothing
other
except pea
ingredients
protein.
except for peas in there, like pea protein. That's all it is, literally.
No sweeteners, nothing.
Yeah, and I personally use also vegan protein. The one that I use is from Momentous. It just has stevia in there, and Tanya doesn't like that. I'm okay with it sometimes. And then another one is also Garden of Life. That would be like one of our favorites actually is Garden of Life. Shoot, I'm trying to remember the full name.
Unflavored,
Yes.
no stevia.
Yeah.
It's just Garden of Life.
Yeah, that's what, it literally says unflavored, no stevia on it, and it's pure protein powder with no like harmful ingredients in there as well.
Yeah.
So just be mindful of the stevia and stuff because I and Tallene don't love when there's a lot of stevia in there because that can also trick insulin levels into producing insulin because it thinks you're eating sugar. So just be careful with that. We just tend to go for the stevia ones that are a little bit less so you don't have that like real, stevia taste in there.
Yes.
That really sweet taste.
Is there anything else we're missing? I don't think so.
I think that's, we covered everything in here.
That's pretty much it.
There's like obviously dog snacks we're gonna go over, but I mean sweet snacks. You want to go over snacks real quick?
Go through the sweet snacks.
Do some quick run-throughs
Okay.
of what we eat.
Let's do a random run through. Now,
Make it fast.
this is a strawberry roll-up. It's pureed strawberries. This Turkish girl at the farmer's market makes them, so I like to get them sometimes. There's the peach flavor. This is Sirak's overnight oat mix that he got from the farmer's market. We're trying something new instead of making it from scratch.
It's actually really cool because gluten-free, dairy-free, and it also has protein added. So each serving has 20 grams of protein. So just trying it out, seeing how it is.
Yes.
Only thing is it does have
Erythritol.
sweetener in theirs, which is not the best, but trying to see how it goes.
Anyways, that's fine.
You can't be always perfect, right?
Yeah, we have pistachios.
This is getting really, this is not random, yeah.
very-
This is really random.
Okay, and then we have these delicious almond butter cups from Whole Foods. I was hungry while I was grocery shopping, and so I just needed to eat something. Do I recommend it? Not really. There's soy in it. Oh my God, there's milk in it.
Tallene.
No,
Tallene.
they were so delicious.
Oh.
Well, it is what it is.
Um,
See,
but
accidents happen, especially when you're hungry and vulnerable.
I don't understand. This is a sweets box, yet we found pistachios
Put them in the savory box.
as well as oats. Interesting how they've been.
Chocolate oats.
Oh, that makes it sweets now?
Yeah.
Please, look how you try to sway the argument.
Okay. So then this is getting a little boring. And these are just
Yeah. I feel like we're just
hazelnuts.
getting a little bit. Let's go really
Somebody
quick.
got me gluten-free
Girl Scout cookies. That was
They're
actually
not
me
open.
because there was a girl,
sister-in-law.
little girl selling it in front of Gelson's, and I was like, and her dad was next to her, and I was like, oh, what a nice dad, like supporting his daughter. I was like, you know what? I should buy something from her and support her, and I got you gluten-free Girl Scout cookies. And I'm sorry they weren't good enough for you, okay? And now Siete is the next one. Love Siete.
Bless their
Heads up,
hearts.
they were purchased by Pepsi. I hope Pepsi, please don't ruin this brand.
Seriously.
Don't do something to this brand. Just keep it as is, please, for the love of God.
Apricots, dried apricots. There's a lot of like Middle Eastern stuff in here.
Oh yeah,
This
it's all
is
Middle Eastern
chocolate
stuff.
from Switzerland that the priest gave us. So random. Gelatin. What is this doing here? Dates. Oh, my dad gave me this. They're so good.
Alright, they're juiced up. I think those are done. I think, with all due respect, they are done. We got some buckwheat crackers. Got from Maine Crisp. Better with buckwheat. Really good. And you know what? I think that's pretty much it.
You know what? We're
There's not
getting
really
boring.
much else to cover. We're getting boring. If you weren't bored already, you're bored now.
All right, sisters. Thank you so much for joining us on this podcast slash YouTube episode.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments how you like this. If you have any recommendations for things for me to try.
Oh, yeah.
Recommendations. This Better Buckwheat Maine Crisps are so good. If you're gluten-free and looking for a delicious cracker to dip something in. I got the olive za'atar flavor, but there's other flavors too.
Cool.
Anyways, let me know if you have any cool brands and recommendations in the comments.
Yeah. And also check out the Sisterhood app. That's where we have 250 plus recipes, all gluten and dairy free and optimized for PCOS weight loss. Not to mention there are meal plans in there that you can create or you can start and create, as well as workout plans and a bunch of learning videos, such as a much more in detail pantry tour where we go more in detail about every single thing. We have a gluten-free pantry tour separately and a dairy-free pantry tour, so you can watch them separately and so much more. So highly recommend to check those out if you are a member or if you're a new member.
All right, sisters, this was so much fun. Talk to you soon.
Take care.